Hi, my name is Rich Kettner. Welcome to Starry Night Guitars. If you're a self-taught guitarist, I hear from a lot of students that they progress, but then get to a point where they kind of plateau. They don't know where to go to next or how to get beyond where they're at, but they may become bored with their playing, the lines they're playing, or the chord voicings they're using. So today we're going to look at the idea of extensions and what that means. So stay tuned. Okay, extensions. What I mean by that is instead of your basic chord voicings, we're going to extend intervals beyond the octave. So if I play a G7 chord, here's 1, here's 8, but they're the same note. A compound interval is an interval that goes beyond the octave. So this G7 chord is just made up of scale degrees 1, 3, 5, flat 7. But we're going to see we can go beyond 8 and play 1, 3, 5, flat 7, 9, 11, 13, and we're going to see how that adds color and spiciness to our chords. So instead of G, let me go first to a C chord. Instead of C7, which would be C, E, B flat, C, or 1, 3, flat 7, 1. Probably all know that shape. If I play a C9 chord, instead of the root here, or 8, I'm going to move up to a D, which is a 9. I'm now playing intervals 1, 3, flat 7, 9. Right? Instantly more jazzy sounding than this. Now this chord is fine. Some people refer to chords with open strings as cowboy chords. They can still be effective. But to my ears, I prefer that sound. And I could also play 3, 2, 3, 3, 3. Then the intervals are 1, 3, flat 7, 9, 5. So that's adding the 9. Next interval is the 11. And just as I said, the octave, so from 1 to 8, if I'm playing a C chord, those are both C, octave apart. If I go to the second scale degree of the C scale, a D, which that is 2. If I go up to the octave, 8, 9 is a D, but octave apart. So when I play the note D but voice it on the top of my chord shape, now it's a 9. I'm not thinking of it as a 2. So let me back up. If I play an open C chord, second note is the E. If I played that string open, on a page that would say C2, because the 2 or the second interval is voiced in the lower part of my chord. But if I voice it up on the top and I'm going to add a 7th, instead of this sound, I get this sound. There's the 9, bum, bum. There was the root. Sounds kind of more like James Brown chords. You know, if I had a different sound on my guitar, it sounds kind of more funkier, again, kind of leaning toward jazz. So that's the 9. For the 11, same as the 9 was the same note as 2, right? Well, if C is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 would be 11. And we don't really use the 4 because that's a sus sound. Da-dum. What we will see people use is a sharp 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is an F, or here, half step higher, is a sharp 11. So if I again play my C9 chord, top note is the G, 3rd fret. If I play it 2nd fret, I'll have a C9 with a sharp 11, you get this sound. Very cool sound. So if you were soloing over that, you could play a C mixolydian, if you know that sound. Basically a C scale, but 7, you want a flat. But when it's C9 sharp 11, we want to play the C with a B flat, but also F sharp. Now you get this sound. sound. And if you were playing a blues with someone, say in the key of G, and they go to that 4 chord, you could play that sound. Even if they're playing a C9 chord or C7, you could imply that tonality over it would sound great. So we had C7, add the 9, C9, sharp 11. The next form would be a 13 chord. And just like the 9 was the same note as 2, the same scale degree, and the sharp 11 is the same as a sharp 4, 13 is the same as 6. So in C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is A. A would be the 13. So if I play the 9 chord again, and just add my pinky on the 5th fret. So here I'm playing from the 4th string, 2, 3, 3, 5. Now you might say, well, wait, you're not playing the root of the chord. No, I don't need to, because very often your ear is going to fill in that note. You can kind of hear the root even though it's not played, it's implied. Or if you're playing in a band, almost certainly the bass player is hanging on that C. All right, so we have 9ths, sharp 11, 13. So that's one shape to play it. Another form would be if I'm playing the C again, but this form. So I'm playing like off of the E open chord, but instead of these fingers, 1, 2, and 3, I'm going to play it with 2, 3, and 4. Pick up my pinky, it becomes E7. So if I slide up the neck to, I'm barring the 8th fret. All right, most of you probably know that shape. What I'm going to do is not play the 6th string or 5th string, just play 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a C7. Again, while I'm not playing the root, my ear kind of fills that in. So I'm playing scale degrees, flat 7, 3, 5, 1. To make that a 9, I can play the pinky on my 10th fret. I don't care for that sound so much. But what I do like is I can put my ring finger on the 2nd string, 10th fret, and that becomes G13. Very cool sound. So if there was a bass note, so instead of this sound, you get this sound. And then what you can do is when I play the 13, then I will add the 9 on top. So even though in this case the 9 is voiced higher than the 13, it's still considered a 9 and a 13. So when the bass is... Another cool reason to do this is you can alter, or if you hear of altered chords, that means altering the scale degrees of the 9th or the 5th. And meaning sharping the 5th or flatting the 5th. Sharping the 9 or flatting the 9. So in this shape, again, I'll go back to the C7 shape. Here's 8. 9 is here. So flat 9, I'd play that note. Or sharp 9, this note. So I'm going to play this shape again, my 13 and 9, and just show you variations of what I can do from this shape, which is 8, 9, 10, 10. If I want to make it a sharp 9, sharp 5, sharp 5, flat 9, a flat 5, 9, right? So you can do all those variations. So, point is, rather than playing these shapes, you can make them into 9ths, add sharp 11ths, 13ths, and you might see that it kind of spices up your sound. So, okay, when I wrap this up, I'm going to do a blues for you, 12-bar blues in the key of G, and try to add 9s, sharp 11s, 13ths. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sharp 11. Okay, I hope some of that helped. I know a lot of it is maybe new terminology to you, but I encourage you, check it out, try to play the shapes, and try to wrap your brain around it. And I think after a while, your ears will kind of start to like those sounds, and maybe you can slowly incorporate some of that into your playing. Just know it will take a while. Anytime something's new, it's like learning new vocabulary words. You have to use them and repeat them, and then slowly, as you kind of force yourself to use them, they're going to slowly find their way into your playing. And you'll see that they will open other doors and hopefully help you expand your vocabulary as a guitar player. Hope you enjoyed this. If so, please consider maybe liking the video or subscribing to my channel and pass the word on to another friend. All the best to you. God bless. Enjoy the journey. Take care.